Hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We want to first start out by giving our praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
a double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, peace and salutations to the hopefully elect, preaching this word in truth and sincerity. Okay, we the GMS Dallas camp, come back at you with another lesson. You know, we trying to keep that fire going, you know, and keep our lights burning, you know, keep our lamps, lamps trimmed, you know, and we're dwelling in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai at the end of the day, you know. And it's a lot of false, vain teachers out in Israel, okay, amongst our nation, okay. But hey, the Lord warned us there was gonna be people, many people coming in His name, okay, spreading false gospels and things of that nature, you know. So we're here to bring down these false teachings and put up that banner of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in spirit and in truth, you know. So we can start with that 2 Peter chapter 2.
This is a 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 1. And it reads, "But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you."
Yeah, it's going to be amongst people who are not coming to this truth, and they're going to try to beguile you and give you these soothsayings like these harlot houses do, you know, these sweet sayings, gospels of prosperity, you know, gospels of peace coming to Babylon the Great, when we know there is no peace to the wicked. First and foremost, and Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed. So anybody teaching other than that, you know, they're a false prophet. And to prophesy means to say before. You know, that's the only meaning of being a prophet. It's not some deep, tricky meaning to it, okay? You prophesy things to come, and if they happen, then you do it, then you're to be a prophet, according to the book of Deuteronomy, okay? But also in the book of Deuteronomy, they're to be pointed out, spreading false gospel. You know, if you brothers want to say something, you can keep going on that. Right?
Back in 2 Peter 2 and 1, in the middle of the verse it says, "Who privily shall bring in damnable heresies."
Privily bringing in damnable heresies, man. And a damnable heresy is Babylon the Great will continue going, okay? Or another damnable heresy is the 12 tribes of Israel chart is not real, okay? You shouldn't believe that through the Spirit. You know, through the Spirit, hey, that was put on our beloved elder, man, High Priest Ariah to make that, man. You know, and we believe that in sincerity and in truth that the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai gave us that chart, you know. Another damnable heresy that you can do whatever you want, okay, when it comes to marriage, man. You know, marriage is supposed to be followed by the scriptures, man. A woman's supposed to have one husband, okay, and a man, he can deal with more than one woman, man. You know.
It's like if I had just add, because you had the elder, he sent a video in the chat a couple of days ago. In that little clubhouse setting, how you had that Eve. She was saying, well, it's morally wrong, right, for a woman to have more than one man, right? But even though, that Jake had read it in the scriptures, about, how, a woman, she can't have more than one man, right? He asked her, like, do you agree biblically that this is off? Right. And she circumvented the answer. She circumvented the question, So we're starting to see, like the brother was speaking before you turn on the camera, how the Lord he's making manifest, these natural brute beasts is made to be taken and destroyed. Right. And it's apparent by, you people's, rebelliousness, towards the authority of the scriptures.
Yep, it's being made apparent, just like the brother went into, and that's a damnable heresy. A woman should only have one husband. I'm gonna get this scripture right here. This is Romans 7 and 1. It says, "Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath no dominion over a man as long as he liveth."
Have to.
It's like it hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth.
Right.
"For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband."
Hey, read that one more time.
Come.
Because Christians, like the brothers reading, bro, Christians say, well, the laws were done away with. Well, so is it okay to commit adultery? Right. Because according to what the brother read, he said the law, as long as a man live, he is bound by that law, man. Likewise, a woman, man, showing that the law, we still, in this captivity, should keep the law to the best of our abilities, man.
That's right.
So with that being said, well, like what a Christian would say, like the law is done away with, then you can just be a mo. You can just do whatever. That's lawlessness, man. That's not order.
Right.
The Lord he's a power of order and structure, man.
It's Romans 7:1. It says, "Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion as long as he liveth. For the woman which hath an husband is bound by that law to her husband so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband." So, hey, the law is pretty much saying right here, a woman is bound to her husband as long as he is alive. You cannot switch your husband to another man.
Saith, I have done no wickedness. And that's the spirit, that's on these women, man, in the world, because, of their father, the devil, who's ruling, right? Under his watch, he's allowed adultery and fornication, all different types of abominations to be spread forth and protected. So this is pretty much plagued the minds, especially amongst our people, because the Lord gave us the standard. He gave us, the laws, statutes, commandments, as it says in Psalms 149 and verse 17, man. All right, so like it 146, she sleeps around with all these different men, and they don't see nothing wrong with it. And once they called out for their bullshit, now the people who's pointing the finger at them, now they the problem. That's why you got particular men, well, first and foremost, the prophets, the men over here at Great Millstone, but even these secular dudes, like Andrew Tate today, a nigga locked up. And we know why, because he be getting on them women. And Kevin Samuels died this week. I mean, this year. And we know why. See, but they don't want to feel any shame, man.
Right. And you just read Proverbs
30 and 30.
And then, like you say, what happens in Proverbs 31? It goes into basically not giving your strength into a woman. You don't supposed to give all your strength into a woman. And then also it goes into Proverbs 31, going into like around the 10th or 11th verse, a virtuous woman. You speak on what you want. A man wants a virtuous woman. A woman that ain't been passed around by so many men. A woman that basically watch her tongue when she speak. A woman that basically is like I said, a virtuous woman is like rubies. It's rare. Now it's extremely rare because my man happy and I can sleep with whoever I want to, and then when I'm about 40 or 50, I can settle down. No man don't want you. This whole system is out of order. It's out of whack. So why would you want to give your full strength to a woman that basically feel like she should be over you? Because that's what the mentality